I think I'm here. We shall see. Hello, and welcome to another day of Jump Off the Bridge. Currently, I'm programming these birds. I need them to go through these phases, as you can see up here. So they have to go from one side down to the lower right here, pick up a spear, fly up, and bring it to their nest. And the reason they're going to do that is because the player will be able to grab it from them and then use it against the dragon. But obviously, they need to grab it, and then it needs to go back and forth. So that is my goal. I have all the numbers. I just need the phases, I think. Yeah, this is everything. Okay. AI. 4, 6, 7. Okay. So we're going to create the phases. Just get them sketched out. And then I'm going to attempt to fill them in. Okay. And then it just repeats back to phase 1. I could probably do some sort of animation for all of these, but for now, let's just get them sketched in. So, where do I want the thing to start? It's a good question. So you load in, probably picking up the spear. Let's start over there. That's where I have 0 anyways, or 1. Make sure these are actually the right numbers, otherwise I'm going to run into that later. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright, I'm assuming anim play, some sort of animation. And then there's going to be like a timer. We could do a timer for now. Let's just do sprite index equals. Actually, we have a male and female seagull, so let's do that too. How do I want to do that? Yeah, we'll do that, and then let me just do a begin step. Set sprites. Hello, Thomas. How are you? How have you been? If girl is true. Okay. So we have a stand. Yeah, let's just do stand SPR equals. Then we're gonna do fly SPR and then fly spear SPR. Probably bad naming convention, but that should be fine. PR shocked. Oh, I'm doing it the wrong way again. That. I could do 2 separate objects, but that's just kind of annoying. Yeah, we'll just keep doing this. So I got fly spear. Okay. And then we're going to need like a pickup. Or maybe it'll be a rummage. Right? Rummage. That's fine. Buying upgrades from my PC. You've had it for like a month and you're ready to upgrade it? What are you trying to do? You trying to play Elden Ring better? That's pretty cool. Yeah, I see you training your Age of Empires skills, dude. Every time I go on Steam or I see your thing, it'll be like playing Age of Empires. I'm gonna get destroyed when I finally do play it. I'm gonna have to have a training arc, a montage. Circle stand. Okay, let's just fill these out. Fly. Is it fly, carry, spear? And then shot. Okay. It's a little convoluted, but we're gonna make it work. So I feel like I'm anticipating that I'm gonna need 2 seagulls flying back and forth, otherwise this level will take too long. So that's why we have a female one with the bow and the lipstick, and we have a male one without the bow and the lipstick. Okay. So then we're just gonna do a switch here. No, actually we don't need to do that. We can technically do this once. I don't want it running all over and over again. Okay, set girl to false. So we're gonna have something that sets girl to true, and then it's gonna set it to false, and it's gonna reset these sprites. So I have a simple naming convention that just adds girl. Oh, did I get it wrong? Girl, oh, I don't have a stand. Okay, well, just use that one first. I will make, oh, did I do this wrong again? Oh, this is also stand. I didn't read it. Okay. This is the one. Okay. Sweet. Let's copy that. Boom. Boom. Girl shocked. Oh, this has the old naming convention. Get rid of that. I was gonna put girl at the end, but I didn't like that, so. Okay. Set sprites. Okay. This is gonna be annoying to remember, but we'll do our best. I can reference it easily, I guess. Okay. So this is just gonna be stand. And then we're just actually going to go straight to... Oh, actually, we should give it a target. Let's do that. Target x equals 0. Target y equals 0. Okay. And then we'll set the target for each thing. That'll be good. Let's do that. So it's going to grab the spear. Actually, this is going to be fly sprite. Is that one of the things I named? Yeah, okay. New processor got i3, not for gaming, but i7 would be more than capable of heavy gaming. Yeah, that makes sense. It's going to be a big upgrade, dude. You ready for that? Ready for that power? Okay, we're going to just set it to phase 2. It goes into the fly sprite. There will be some rummaging animation here. But for now, we'll just go to the fly. And we're going to set the target. So this is actually the target for phase 2. 318 and 32. My PSU has to be ready. It has no choice. And then once it reaches that, this phase is going to be flying to the next target. And that's just an interruption. Hudson, fly left. Fly left 32, 30, 39, 32. Where is that? Is that this? Okay. Yeah, and the nest is down there. Alright. So fly left target is that, and then this target is actually going to be the puts in nest. Oh, wrong one. Oh no, that is the right one, because we're flying left to that, and then we get it this. Okay. And then 4 is just the interruption. And then we go from here to go right. PC building joke. Just a little PC building joke. And after putzing, it's going to fly technically upright. It's going to go up and right a little bit. And then it's going to descend again. And then once it reaches the descension, it goes back to phase 1. Which is actually going to be where we set the rummage animation. Okay. Pretty straightforward. Now, how do we want to move this thing? That's a good question. So we set the fly sprite. It has a target. If, what do I want to do? We can do absolute value. Let's try that. Absolute value of my x minus target x. If I'm less than 5 away. And we'll do the same thing again for the y. Y less than 5. And we're just going to straight up set its x to the thing so that it's accurate each time. I don't want it to be within the 5 range. Oh wait, that's for the next phase. What am I doing? This is actually what happens after. Oh. Yeah. No, I had it right. I'm second guessing myself. Okay. Yeah, so this actually leads us into the next phase. Equals 3. Okay, this is just when we get to the target. So target acquired. And then now we actually need a fly. Oh, actually we can just do it off of this. What am I thinking? So if not that, do we want to do length there? I guess we can do length there. Yeah, let's do that. Speed equals what, 4? I think 4 seems pretty good. So then we're going to do x plus equals length dir. Oh, but then we need an angle. I guess we can draw an angle. It doesn't matter. Angle equals point direction between my x, my y, target x, and target y. So we're going to draw a line between my point where I'm at and then to the target. And then we're going to add speed is going to be the length, and the direction is going to be this angle variable. Okay. The knowable RAM from 8 to 32 gigs would be a noticeable difference. Just deciding if I'll choose RGB RAM or non-RGB. That depends if you care about the aesthetics. If you're into the aesthetics, then you can go RGB, but it's not going to affect your performance that much, I don't think. Unless you feel the rainbow would help you game better. It might help you in Rainbow Six Siege in your 1v1s. My computer is like facing a wall and I don't look at it, so I don't, oh, you have a link. Okay, just making sure we're not getting baited. I doubted it, but Beast Black, and then what do you have here? Well, it looks like it's 1/4 more money. So personally, I would just go for the normal one. RGB does not matter to me. I'm not an RGB person. I'd probably go with just a black one. It looks sleeker. You can always add lights onto your motherboard by plugging stuff into the ports and things like that if you wanted that. I'm all about, well, I don't know. I guess it depends if you're looking into your glass case. Like I said, mine's against the wall. It's like pushed up, so I don't even see inside of it. So, really, yeah, dude. I'd go with straight black. Unless you're trying to show off. If you're trying to show off, then you can do your light show, man. It's up to you. It's your life. Okay, fly left, fly up. Okay, I'm going to do all this programming, and then we're going to press play and see what happens. Actually, let's set all the phases to -1. And then we'll set one of these, maybe this guy, to phase actually equals 1. Because that's the start, right? Yeah, okay. So all the other ones are just my test subjects. Okay. This is basically the code we're just going to copy for just about everything. So let's see if we can implement it. We'll do one at a time, I guess. Okay, so then we need to go to phase 5. Am I ready for the Christmas update? I'm working on it, dude. I got 51 days. So I've been grinding. I actually, I'm not going to show you how to beat it, but I did actually almost finish a boss that I added. I just need to do sound, basically. I'm doing everything up until I get sound done, and then we'll go from there. But he turned out pretty good. I like how he looks. Very exciting. I really dig it. If object player equals jump off the bridge, respawn, jump off the bridge equals false. It's true. Next level equals true. Look at Drew. You're programming my game for me. I don't even have to do anything. It's so easy. Okay, go back to that. So, well, we have to set a new target though. Right? Did we do that? I don't think we did that. Yeah, you can pay me later. $30 royalty because I'm nice. Wow, dude. $30 royalty. Just $30 total or $30 per sale? What are you trying to raise my game up to $40? Yeah, we do need a new target. So this is going to go up to this number. Actually, we need it. That's what I messed up. I gotta set this to this number. Okay. And then the target is actually going to be that number. Target x equals 39. Target. Yeah, Drew's the computer guy. You can ask him. This guy builds. Okay, so new target, set up the phase. Okay. Well, then we're going to the target, which is 3932. And this is just going to bring us up to that. And then we have a new target. Equals 18. Equals 45. This actually fly, what is this? Fly spear sprite. Okay. This can be false. We're gonna give him the spear in this phase. So after he, then spear is gonna equal true after the rummaging animation. Spear equals true. Okay. And we can set spear to false if they get interrupted. How are you doing today, Drew? Are you recovering after your Saturday dual Amanda stream? I'm excited to see if Tyler gives it a shot again today. We shall see. Okay. So this sets the target phase 3. I think that's pretty much good, because that's that. Okay. So then fly left. I think I'm doing my numbers wrong. Grab spear. This is the target to fly up. This is the phase. Set it to that once you get there. Fly left. Gonna fly left basically to that point. Oh, and then this is the target. Okay, got it. 1845. Okay, we'll keep that in mind. So 1845, and then after it's done putzing in the nest, we go to phase 6, which resets by flying up to there again. Okay. And then we're going to do the same thing again. And it's going to descend to the beach. So this gets us there. Did I do that right? I think I'm doing it right. I guess we'll see when we compile it. And this was 31832. And that is that's fly up. Yeah, this is descend. Okay. I think I'm doing it right. Okay. We can do that. So that sets it to this, and then we can just set this here. And then technically it'll be a rummage sprite, and then when the rummage sprite is done rummaging, then we go back to phase 1. We should put this here. Phase 1. Oh, we need to set the target, don't we? Because then the target is going to be... I guess it does it out. We don't have anything in this phase. It just sets the target for us. Okay. That should be good. We will try it. What am I doing today? All right, so... What am I doing? Here, I'm going to compile it and I'll show you what I'm doing. I'm programming. Which is obviously self-evident, but give me a second and I'll show you exactly what I'm programming. Oh, actually, I can show you more. Hold on. Let's double up. I'll show you 2 things at once. Okay, so I have 1 phase done. Let's just do 3 for the challenge. And I will show you. I'm just doing a short stream because I got other stuff I want to do. I got to fix a leaky spigot. It's like dripping water. I have the washers for it. And then I have some other stuff to do. Then I'm going to make food. But I was doing some morning programming. But, so here's what I'm doing. So I'm programming this boss fight. This is like one of the sections that I program, which is pretty cool. Basically, you have to, you know, kind of dodge it. My bird is doing something. Okay. All right, the bird has some problems. But basically, the bird is going to go between all these phases up here. And then while you're doing this, you'll be able to grab a spear from it while it's flying by, but you have to time it correctly. And then this boss is going to have a bunch of phases. This is one of the phases. I have a couple other, I think I have 1 more phase to program. And if you get too close to him, he shoots you. And then he's going to have a, whoop, let me actually dodge this. And then he's going to have a deflect, so you won't be able to use a spear on him when his head is upright like this. You'll have to hit him at a specific time. Yeah, it's a pretty cool fight. It'll be pretty neat. I'm liking it so far. And the timing of having to like grab the branch is pretty interesting. And then I feel like the timing of the seagull is also pretty interesting. Like you got to catch it. And then yeah, he'll have his own thing, and then you can't get near him. So it'll be pretty neat. But yeah, I have to program the seagull first. So let's figure out what the hell's going on with this. So it goes up through the phases. Seems good. Seems good. Any of the easing? You know, I was looking at them. I was trying to implement the easing functions, but I have not used any specific one yet. I did just look at it like 2 days ago, and then I was trying to convert them to GameMaker code, but I did not. Here, I can show those. I have Drew sent us this amazing link that has all these easing functions so you can see, and it gives you examples of doing them in some code. But no, I have not used any of them yet. I was going to use the bounce one, I think, for something, but I'm not entirely sure what I wanted to use it for yet. But as soon as I get it going, I think I'm just going to make like a script that has all of them or something, and then I'll just have like, I don't know, some way to denote like you choose which one you want. I think that would be pretty cool, because I think basically since my whole game uses like H speed and V speed or whatever, I can feed the function one of those numbers and then it'll adhere it to the function proportionally or something. I'm not entirely sure. I gotta look at it more. But yeah, this fight should be pretty fun. So the bird goes down. Oh, and then I figured out what the problem is. You create a default function that you feed parameters to manipulate the movement. Yeah, that's what I think. I think if I did like a default function that like I have like a here's the H speed beginning and maybe the H speed end, and then this is the easing function I want to use, and then I can probably make it like force it to that linear proportion. I'm not entirely sure, but I think I can do that. Because assuming that like I'm assuming you use any scale with it. It could be pretty neat. I think I'm accidentally, yeah, I'm setting. What am I doing? This goes down. It sets this to 448, 37. $318.32. Why do they keep resetting to $318.32? I'm assuming that's this, right? Yeah, that's $318.32. So we're not getting to phase. Is it because oh yeah, it's because I'm just repeating the same phase. That's why. Okay, we solved it. Okay, let's do a timer. Yeah, we have a timer in here. Okay. We should do, what do I want to do? We can do if sprite index does not equal the rummage sprite, then do this, and then else. So the rummage sprite is going to be there if timer is greater than 0, timer minus, else. And this is actually going to have the, we don't need a target for this. This is going to set it to phase, and then we're going to set a timer here. I think that's the format I want to do. So then this sets it to the rummage sprite, which is currently just stand right now. And then once it's standing, it's going to run for 1 second. I'll probably make it longer. And then we go back to phase 1. And we're going to do this again for the putzing in the nest as well. Because I want a temporary putz. I probably need some, well, I can just use the rummage sprite again, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, also let's, are the birds centered? They are, okay. They're kind of centered. Not totally, but it'll work. Let's start with that first before I do anything else. So you're going to grab the spear, and then you're going to fly up. But you're also going to be kind of left. So let's do image x scale equals -1. Because it's going up, well, to you guys, it's going up this way. Then it's already, we're still in that image x scale -1. Good, good. Putz is going to be there. And then this is where we actually want to change. X scale equals 1, so it's going back, well, right. And then it descends. Yeah, I guess so. We only needed those two. Okay. And then we're going to do the putz in the nest. So I'm going to basically do the same thing I did for this. I don't know what the timing of it is exactly going to be yet, because if right index does not equal the rummage sprite, which is just going to be like the, I'm going to make it like the bird pecking or looking around, putzing or something. I'm not entirely sure what that's going to look like just yet. Okay. So if it does not equal that, and then this is going to set the, well, you can set the target here, but the phase has to be set here. Okay. Set all that, it doesn't matter. We don't want to set this until the next phase, though. Okay, so it sets the target, and then it needs to set the sprite to rummage sprite. Oh, and it needs to set the timer. Let's just do another second again to make sure it works. And then also, after we're done putzing, we can set spear equal to false, because we don't technically have the spear anymore. And then we can set the sprite index to the fly sprite, because it's going to be flying. RuneScape stuff. I'm sending you a link on Discord showing you a video talking about OSRS and the RuneLite client, how people are botting in PvP. Did I tell you about my short plugin dev in RuneLite? Yeah, you did. You were talking about, before you left for Arkansas, you were talking about trying to do a plugin for like a puzzle game because it was just wasting time to have to flip over the tiles unnecessarily, and you already could check in code what the tiles were. And then, like, they believe that that compromised the game, so they didn't want you doing that. I'm assuming that's what you're referring to. That's pretty interesting, though. I'll have to look at that video later. Okay, let's make sure all my sprites are good. So here we grab the spear, fly spear sprite. Okay. Fly up. Actually, let's make an exception here. I'm going to do, this is for animation change. I don't, it is technically possible, so let's just make the exception for it. If spear equals true, and, well, this doesn't matter, because this changes it to shocked. Actually, this, okay, shocked, phase 4, timer 30. What the hell happens after, in phase 4? I didn't even look at that. Okay, it says it to fly after. Then goes to phase 3. I guess that's where it's going to be interrupted, right? No, that's not. We can't do that. That doesn't work. Last phase equals 0. This needs to go to whatever the last phase was, because otherwise it's going to break the hell out of it if they somehow grab. I guess they can technically only grab the spear when he's going left. Whatever. Let's just do this. Last phase. Actually, no. Phase equals last phase. Just in case. I have a lot of exceptions in this game, so we're going to program accordingly. And then we need to set the last phase when they grab the spear. Last phase equals phase, and then this sets the phase to phase 4, which is the shocked phase, which makes the seagull shocked, and then this sets it back, and then sets it to fly. Okay. Oh, actually, this needs to be fly SPR. Yeah, but they aren't like upset about these PvP plugins allowing you to do impossible things. Honestly, it makes me want to just reverse the client and do what I want as a side project. Yeah, you should. A PvP thing seems kind of sketchy because don't people like bet on that in game and things like that? I mean, that seems like having any kind of PvP help at all, besides like just the clock ticker happening in the top right, is going to technically be cheating. I don't know. I guess maybe they draw a distinction. It depends on what the clients do, or what are they doing? Are they like playing the game for them? You said botting, but like, is it just it plays the whole fight and everything for them? It plays a mini game. Like, what is it doing? I guess I can watch the video too later as well. Okay, so we have fly spear because it picks up the spear. So it grabs a spear on the island, flies upwards, where we have the fly sprite set here. Flies left, still fly sprite. Shocked, goes back to fly sprite. This is the rummage sprite once it reaches the nest. Fly up. Did we set it back to the fly sprite? Yeah, we did. Okay. And then set to the fly sprite again. Well, it's still technically flying. Descends, rummage sprite. Okay, I think that works. Let's try that. Hey, dude, it's crazy. People are literally making a living off of it by selling the gear they earn and selling it. Wow. 8 item swaps, each between specs, prayer swaps for you, basically everything. That just sounds like straight cheating. That sounds like cheating, bro. And then, yeah, I saw you guys talking about some GPU, CPU stuff. Reconnect 1 time out of infinity. That's interesting. Okay. Okay, image XK. Oh, is it because I have it backwards? That's my fault. The birds are backwards. That one's the correct way. Mirror all frames. Mirror all frames. The shock can actually stay the way it is. Can it? No, it can't. Mirror all frames. Mirror all frames. Again, we mirror. And then one last mirror. Actually, now I think it would be kind of funny to have painted. Nah. No, we won't do that. Okay. So I think this works. Let's see. Then it should be facing the right direction, because the right is always facing right. It's 1. It's a positive 1. Just gotta build our sprites. Okay. 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 Perfect. It does everything I needed to do. It's kind of fast though. I'm assuming what I should do is change the speeds between each phase here. So let's survive first so I can get that black bar out of my way. Okay. Okay, so realistically it needs to be slow mainly during the phase where you're grabbing. Dude, that bird could totally fly along an easing function. The bird could fly along so many easing functions, probably. But I like how it is so far. We're going to make it probably from this part to this part go slow so that you can grab it. Just depends what speed do I want that to be. I guess we can make the speed like 2 or something. It should be relatively slow because you're going to be dodging a lot of stuff while it's happening. So what is that? That's basically the first, third phase? Yeah, fly left equals 2. And then once it's done rummaging, it can go back to speed 4. Oh, no, wait. That's way too far. It's going to be here. So I want to give the player time to grab the spear, obviously, while there's a fight going on. Could even make the easing function travel slow down by multiplying a parameter by coefficient tied to the distance it is from the player. Yeah, that is interesting. Yeah, make them slow down when the player's near. I could do that too. I don't even really need an easing function to do that. Oh yeah, that's pretty good. You have plenty of time to, well, I guess we'll test it once I get the rest of the Dragon's Phases program, but... Because, yeah, like you said, I can always do some sort of, slow down when the player is, like, near. But I think it should be good. Yeah, way too overcomplicated, but cool. It would be cool. I feel like you have enough range between moving once you are flung upwards by this thing to grab it. Yeah, that should be pretty good. I'll just have to determine the timing. I'm gonna have two birds. One will be in the nest, so they should be passing each other, back and forth. I suppose we can do that now too. Yeah, let's get the girl bird in here. Let's delete these guys because I'm content with this. We just need a rummage sprite. And then the birds are basically good. Okay, so we're gonna need one more. Oh, what the fuck am I doing? Let's just put one over here. Okay. What layer is the bird on? Enemies. Okay. Actually, I shouldn't have deleted this one. I should have just kept it. Let's go through these again. Because that's the exact X and Y position. Okay. You got any update on Hammer's game? No, but I did message him today. I was going to ask him how Sordia's doing and if he's still working on it. Hopefully he is. I don't know. He was going through a bunch of random stuff, so. Yeah, he messaged me like a week or so ago. I just forgot to reply because I was doing something and then I was programming. And then I was like, oh shit, I need to message him back. So I sent him a message today. He seems like he's doing fine, but he didn't say much else, so. We will be returning to Sordia as it gets updates. So this is going to be the girl. Girl equals true. If I can spell true, good luck to me. It's over, dude. All right. And then she starts in the nest. I didn't mean for that to be kind of symbolic in some sense, but we're here now. Timer can start at 0. She's in the nest. Oh, she's got to be on phase 6. That's what we got to do. Well, I think if we set her to phase 5, everything will work itself out. We'll see. Okay. Let's see if that actually works. I don't know if it will work, but my thought is that she doesn't have the rummage sprite. She's within 5 pixels of the destination already. It should just set her as the new target and then set it to the next phase. But we'll see. I mean, there should be 2 birds going back and forth. What the fuck was that? I guess her target is somewhere. What the hell is happening? Okay. We got something messed up here. Oh, I guess, yeah, her target is 0, 0. That makes sense. For some reason, I thought setting it in 5, sprite in. Oh, I guess it is the rummage sprite right now. That's my fault. Okay, we have to set her target, but that's fine. Because I don't think I'm going to change the target, so we'll just hard code it. It should be okay. Okay. Okay, so they meet up there. Interesting. And then they meet there. That sure works pretty good. I'm quite happy with it. Okay, so there's like a weird. Okay, I mean we got like a. There, as long as they come back and forth, I guess that's all I really care about. Obviously, the phases aren't going to be completely synced. Okay, it resyncs right there. So I don't know how many cycles that was. I can look back in the footage, but it's like what, 4 or 5, and then they resync back up to the original start. I don't know. This is pretty close too. Huh. Okay, whatever the case, it works. Spears are being carried. Birds are flying. It's relatively fast, but it's still complicated because you got to grab them as they come by. And you only get one opportunity to get a spear. Oh, that wasn't the female shocked for some reason. Shocked girl? Maybe it was. Am I using the shot? Oh, no, I'm not, because that's right. It's in the end step, isn't it? Yeah. Shocked SPR. There we go. Okay, sweet. Also, I do have a slight variability to this. You can just do it a little bit, which is kind of fun. In case you're trying to be quick. Oh, yeah, you got plenty of room. You just have to dodge everything that this dragon's throwing at you, meanwhile, while you're trying to grab the spears, but it works pretty good. I also need the nest to be on a higher layer than the birds. So this is on front player. The birds are on enemies. That is 0.32. Let's put it on grass fill. Yeah. I want the bird to like be in its nest, rummaging around. This one's okay if it's above that layer. Just a simple test, but we'll compile it nonetheless. Okay, sweet. Okay, her sprite works. Yeah, this is great. I love it. Amazing. Got them rummaging for spears to build their nest. I probably can have a place spear in nest rummage and then a grab spear rummage, so we'll see how I want to do that. And then this guy just needs the rest of his phases and we'll have a fight. Sweet. I'm getting actually pretty good at grabbing this branch. It's actually a little bit difficult because I made it so that you can't grab the what is the branch's hitbox? I'm pretty sure it's to the left. Is it? What the fuck is that? I thought it was just to the left, but it looks like I can grab any part of that. Okay. So I can grab over here? I can. Interesting. Do I want you to be able to do that? I don't know. I thought it was to the left. Is this too hard? Is that too hard? If I do, I guess I can test it. I don't want you to be able to grab over there. How forgiving do I want to be as a game developer? These are the questions I ask myself. How hard should this really be? I still feel like this is relatively forgiving. But I don't know. I'll test it. So you shouldn't be able to grab. Okay. Let's try that again. Okay. You cannot grab it all the way over there. Yeah, I kind of like that better, honestly. I don't want you to be able to grab it from... What's the farthest we can... Yeah, we'll see. I'm going to have some people playtest this. I obviously have thousands of hours in my game, so that's not going to be the same. And I also know how this works, so that may also change. Like, is it going to be self-evident that you need to do this? I don't know. I'm sure through experimentation, most people are going to end up figuring it out anyways. I think what I'm thinking of is the Seagull carry spear. Oh, what the fuck? That's right. It's because I shifted it. This should be like here. I think that's technically the only one where the collision necessarily matters. Because we're not using collision for like anything else. Because we're just flying to an X and Y coordinate. Yeah, I'm not going to bother with. The only thing that needs collision is the carry spear sprite, because that's where the player interacts with it. And this should flip the collision accordingly. I think that makes sense. Okay. Rebuild the sprites. Let's test our grabbing. Good. Missed that one. Missed that one as well. Okay, that felt pretty good. The fuck? Thought I could catch it. How far can I grab this to the left? I might make it a little bit bigger. That, because technically the player sprite box is like incredibly tiny. So I would rather just slightly bigger that way. I don't want to be able to grab here, but I'm fine if it's like right there. We'll see. Maybe I'll just make it 1 pixel. Maybe if I feel mean by Christmas time, it'll just be a single pixel and people have to figure it out. I'll just be uncompromisingly difficult about it. The world is my oyster. This is my torture simulator. I can spare no one or spare them all. Mercy in the purview as I drive away, peeling out of the parking lot, burning rubber. Okay, that's pretty good. This feels pretty good to grab. Just gotta hit it at the right time is mainly what it is. Or spam the button. Oh, almost had him. Okay, I thought I had that one for sure. I was way too early for that. And you got this hole in the middle you gotta deal with too. It's a lot of struggle. Okay. Fuck. I'm gonna have to figure out how I want to do these phases for this guy too. Something the Cody of hours from now can figure out. Okay, I'm laughing at my own jokes now. All right, guys. Thank you for showing up for my short stream. We're clocking in about an hour. I'm going to go make food. I got bacon and eggs on the menu. You guys have a good day. Don't work too hard, or do, if that's your prerogative. And take it easy. Thank you for showing up. Have a good day.